So let's do this really quick. I want to run with a new intro. And if you like, write me a comment. Tell me what you think about this. Here we go. Yeah. We're loving that. We're loving that. Welcome back. This is episode 20, the first of. I'm getting over a cold. I'm trying to get back on my feet. My family was hit with this cold. I think it started with my son, and then he gave it to my daughter, and their time didn't quite overlap, but it was 3 weeks each, thereabouts. And when it hit me, first I think I was resisting. My body was still going through this thing. And then the next thing you know, it got me good. And I've been out for 2 weeks. I personally thought it would be about a week or so, but the cough thing, the phlegm, and all this yucky stuff. One of my wife's clients had COVID, so we weren't really sure if, this would have been my third time getting hit with the COVID bug or not. Third or fourth time, I think I've been hit with it a few times, but I'm strong. I can resist all of the nonsense. So look, we're working a bit on our format, of course, because now we're doing things live. I have not set up yet how I can chat with you live. It will be fixed tomorrow. And part of that is because when I set things up last night, I thought for sure we were going to be good to go. And it was late, I was tired, went to bed, and nothing that I did had saved. So most of my morning, outside of running around and doing errands and all of that, was trying to set this thing up again. And of course, that's the one thing I said. It's getting late. Before I lose my energy and my desire, I promised some people that I would be back today, and I wanted to do that thing for you guys today. So I'm back. Look, I think it will be a nice thing to kind of show you guys what I do in the morning. And we're going to hit that right now with this next episode. Tell me what you think. Got to get the doggies out. They're sitting there waiting on me. So we let them out early in the morning. I say early. I try to wait until around 8 a.m. If they let me. Sometimes they get me around 5 right after prayer. But I think this time I got them good. I have a girl and a boy. This is the girl. Her name is Bougie. And my boy is Kato. If you know the Green Hornet and Kato, Kato was the karate man. Bruce Lee played Kato. And Kato's my guy. He's got that physique. Bougie's just a beautiful girl. These are Old English Bulldoggy, or as you say, oldies. And they actually were born with their full tail, which is unusual. Many times they come with a shortened tail, but they were born with their full tails. So this is just one of 3 or 4 times I let them out through the day. They like to look down into the street. I don't have a fence, and Kato likes to jump on other dogs passing by. Now, he's not a violent dog, but he likes to greet you in his own little way. This is me, first day trying to get back into shape. Of course, I'm sick, but I've purposed in my heart that this year in September I'm going to run the half marathon, the Stockholm Half Marathon, which I haven't run. I don't know. Is my last time running 2011 or 12? I don't remember. Maybe it was 13. No, 13 and 14 I had my knee surgeries. So I think it was 2011 was my last year running. But this is just me getting warmed up. This is, it's nothing special, but it's just a little bit of my morning workout. Just trying to get the body moving, getting the blood circulation going. If you heard my audio, you'll hear that I'm breathing hard already. Some of you guys know I was ranked in the top 10 in the AKL, PKL. That's Professional Karate League, Amateur Karate League of the 10th region in the U.S. This is way before MMA and UFC and all that stuff. So this is my heart. I started taking martial arts when I was 11. Grew up in Los Angeles, and one day coming home from school, I got jumped by 12 guys. One held me and kept kneeing me in my coccyx, if you know what that is, that tailbone, while the others just stood in line and just punched me until they got tired. Went home. I didn't cry, but went home. By the time I got home, I realized what, when it all sinks in. I got jumped for the first time. And my dad took me right then and put me into karate school. Jun Rhee, if you know Jun Rhee, he is the godfather of Taekwondo. He was the owner of the studio in Los Angeles that my father took me to. And my trainers, though, were Lim and Kim, and they taught me quite a bit. And then when I got older in the United States Navy, I also took some courses in Annapolis, Maryland, and that's where I started competing. I also was a judge for the Naval Academy Taekwondo team, so I worked quite a bit with them. So this, in my 60s, of course, I still enjoy martial arts. Here I'm just working out my knees. My knees have had a lot of problems. Even up until earlier this year, or I'm sorry, later part of last year, they wanted to give me a knee replacement. But as I started doing carnivore, my knees started getting better, which is fantastic when the knees start working again. No pain, and some say no pain, no gain. I say, give me the gain without the pain. Amen. That's really what I want. I want to have the gain without the pain. And then here I'm just kind of warming up a little bit, just checking things out, making sure that the old body still remembers. Reflexes are a big part of getting old. You still want to be able to do what you got to do. And I probably would never have to hit anybody else. That's my prayer the rest of my life. I don't want to have to hit anyone, but you never know. No, we live out here in Sweden. There's not really any violence out here, but we have our foreigners. I'm one of them, foreigners in the country. So this is just really for exercise and mobility, kind of get myself back together again. But as I said, this is just training, just getting my body moving, so that in September this year, I'm gonna run that half marathon in Stockholm, Sweden. And this is outside of my home. This is my neighbor's house, the one that you see. That's just me pulling up that hill. And today I only did one up and down. But I'm going to continue to build that momentum. Next time, maybe, hopefully I can work myself up to 10 up and downs. You don't know. Before my knee surgeries, I could not do this. This is like fantastic. Coming down the hill was more painful than going up. I was always a good uphill puller, but to come down, those babies used to be whistling. Woohoo! I'd never forget that. But yeah, this is just me getting back in the motions. Nothing fancy. Just wanting you guys to see you're going to be part of my day, and I want you guys to see what is it that the X-Carbovore is up to. What is he doing? How is he doing it? How is he managing? Because when the blood pressure goes down and the weight goes down, what are you guys going to say? Well, what is this guy doing? Okay, so another part of my day, I know a lot of you guys probably want. Look, I cut my own hair. I've been doing my own hair since I was 15. Sometimes I get a good fade, sometimes I don't. So don't mind me too much. I'm not feeling great. But I thought I'd show you guys my little process here. I know. Maybe a little TMI. But this doesn't happen every day. It's just something I thought, what the heck. So on one side you see you see me, and I was supposed to reverse this video so that you could actually see the real thing. But it doesn't matter. What on the right you're seeing me cut, and this on the left, that's me after coming out of the shower. How I just grease it up. So don't mind me. I mean, it's just nonsense. Maybe I could just even fast forward through this. But some people, it's really amazing as a black man, how many white men have asked me in my life, could they touch my hair? And I thought that was pretty interesting. When I was in Italy, I had a friend of mine, an Italian, and he asked me, Ken, can I touch your hair? And I thought that was the weirdest question, but of course you can touch my hair. I know a lot of sisters, they'd be like, don't you touch my hair, don't touch the hair. But look, so I just thought it'd be something interesting for people to see. I know everybody has their own little grooming technique, but this is mine. I use Murray's pomade, either the red or the orange can. I started using those cans. Actually, I started using, what was it called? Something Wave when I was in the Navy. And that's when I really started grooming. I wasn't a great groomer before then. As a young man, 15, 16, the girls weren't chasing me, and, I wasn't feeling myself or anything like that. But you never really took care of yourself. Now that I get older, I kind of take pride in, not having to go to the barber. And maybe in a few days, I go ahead and hit that fade one more time. And then it's really crisp. But right now, it's a little bit not where I want it. If you look on the right side, you can kind of see that line is too thick for me. But it doesn't really matter. I do it. I save myself a few bucks here or there, and no big deal. I know this is nothing to do with carnivore, right? Nothing to do with carnivore, but you want to know who I am. So I want to show you who this brother is. So I'm just having fun with this right now. So, look, we got about another minute left of this poor video that I didn't really get a chance to look all the way through. But nonetheless, on the left here, this is me just rubbing in my pomade, or should I say my Murray's, and I rub that in generously. I don't brush it or comb it again after that. Sometimes I might hit a brush with it, but I brush and comb it before I cut it, so it's kind of even, and then I kind of hit that, just rub it in really nice and let the hair do its regular routine of whatever it does. And then I pat it, and I pat it until it has a nice little shape to it. And you can see me on the right there still trying to get that fade, because that fade didn't come out exactly how I wanted it. But it's okay. It's not bad. Not bad for a one-man show, A lot of things I've been doing as a one-man. That's part of the things ever since I left the U.S. and was able to travel around. Of course, I could find a brother that can cut my hair out here. But these guys, they're charging like $50 these days. Man, $50? I could do a whole lot with 50. But here's the final project, or I say the final product, you guys know. And I'm getting bald at the top. You can't see it when I comb it through, but when I leave it like it is, you can kind of see the, as my daughter said, you're getting a shiner up there, Pops. Getting a shiner. So that's what that's all about. But hey, what can you say? Look, guys, what we're going to do, and this is a part of the show that I really enjoy, is that we're going to go ahead and just do my numbers right now. And every day I'm going to kind of give you an idea of how I roll, what I'm doing. And I'm not sure if I want to take you through my course from 3 a.m. because I wake up at 3 and I go through 2 courses. One, I'm learning Tagalog, my wife's mother language, and then I go into. I'm also in a course right now to become a personal trainer and a nutritionist. And so I have that online course that I'm doing. So I spend an hour with that, an hour with the language, and then I go into my prayer meeting at 5, and then my day begins with my, running around and getting my daughter and my wife to their destinations. So we probably will start that tomorrow, as well as hitting on my my meals, because I haven't been posting my meals for you guys, and that's something I want to do, is start posting my meals. And of course, I can't post the meal of the day. I can show you how I'm cooking it that day, but I'll post it the day after. So you'll see this is what I've eaten for the full day. Sometimes it's a lot. Most times it's just moderate. I don't eat as much as I used to. I eat when I'm hungry, pretty much. So if it's a lot, it's because I was really, really hungry, but mostly it's not. So listen, I'm just going to hit this music for a second while I let this blood pressure go, and let's get in my numbers for today. Now that's because I've been talking. So I'm going to sit here for a minute because that is way out of whack. That's just me talking. So don't anyone get alarmed. But that used to be my old blood pressure. I used to walk around with that. Let's just let that sit there for a second. Now you're supposed to wait 5 minutes. We're not going to go in silence for 5 minutes. So we're just going to let this song play off. It's another minute. And then we're going to hit it again. I'm going to have some flashcards next time so we could still speak. Still up there. Okay. We're going to keep that there. Nothing I can say about it. We're going to roll with that. Let's look at our standard. And for my age, being 62, I'm supposed to be no higher than 133 over 69. And we are well above that, as we can attest by looking again. 169 over 94, and that's not my real blood pressure, but we're gonna say it for today, and Daddy's not gonna fight against the numbers. All right, good enough. Let's take that off, and let's get to the nitty gritty here. Now, yesterday was my church wedding anniversary. To let you guys know that was pretty fantastic. We had a civil wedding earlier in the month of January, the 16th, and we have a church anniversary on the 31st. So, of course, the wife and I we didn't have to, but we did, splurge just a little. So my numbers are going to be just a little different. I'm a little disappointed in my blood pressure, but I'm not. Well, I am surprised. I didn't talk normally, so we'll have to figure out how to keep my blood pressure down while we talk and take it live. Because I think it's more exciting to take it live in front of everyone instead of me just taking it and then showing you a recording of it later, because I think the numbers look a lot better. And I should say more believable. Now, I am missing my strips, so I'm just going to reach in here and grab my strips. Oh, that's an empty box. Let's get the other box there. There we go. Ran out of strips, so we're going to get that. So we're going to get all that going. And this is the fun time. I call it the fun time. Are we on 7? Yes, we are. Good. So, blood pressure was a disappointment today. But you know what's so exciting? What's so exciting is that I'm back. I'm back. Even though I have a little cold, I am back. Now, I don't know if you guys have a machine or not for your ketones. Some people can take their ketones, of course, breathalyzer. Some would do urine strips. But I like the Keto Mojo because I'm able to look at my GKI in the end. And I think that that is an invaluable tool to have, to be able to check the GKI. I'll get both strips out real quick. And this is how we used to do it with the alcohol strips. And I figured since I'm doing it live, I don't want anyone to nag me. Yes, I've had my little medical training. But I always look at it like this. You know, we also had emergency medicine. And you don't always have time to swipe yourself. And how many times have we cut ourselves and nothing actually took place? So a little poke every now and then probably is not a big deal. But we're going to show you a sterile technique anyway. So let me just brush the finger off. And we hit that baby. Now today we were supposed to do our lipids, but we decided against that. We're going to wait until the end of the month so we could do our lipid panel once a month. There we go. And I'm just going to put that in front of the camera. We can see what that is. Ooh. And so you could tell my dinner last night really enjoyed itself. It's frozen?
No, this one has something.
I can't see. I'm sorry, this new thing. Are you still hearing my voice though?
Yeah.
What are you seeing?
The blood pressure. The blood pressure is blocking the other camera.
Is it? Oh, no. My live camera should be on, isn't it?
The blood pressure.
Ah, okay. How about now?
Still there, wait.
Let me put that post back up again. This is my ketone number for now, 0.2. I thought I was in the zone. Was I not? Did you see my ketone number?
Now it's ketone's number.
Okay. That's sad. Let me, hopefully I still have a little blood here that I could do my glucose. Oh, I'm going to really be disappointed with this number, I think. Are there any viewers?
No.
No viewers. Okay, good. They'll watch it later. As will I. And this is on YouTube or Facebook? All right. Here comes the ketones, the glucose, I mean. Glucose is 6.1. So just outside of the range of where I want to be. Now, what were those numbers? 0.2 and 6.1. Let's see what we can do for my GKI calculation. And we'll just do that live for you right here, so we can all check it out at the same time. Let's see here. I just got to get on the right page. That's very good. All right, we're coming there, guys. We're coming there. I just have to figure out this little button. There it is. Good. All right. So my lovely glucose was a 6 point. Let's verify that. 6.1, which is not as lovely as I'd like it to be, but it's what it is. Okay. Enable my keyboard here. There we go. 6.1. And then my ketone was just such a big number. I don't know what I'm going to do with such a big number for my ketones. I'm definitely not going to be in ketosis here. And look at that. My GKI is 30.5. Now, I don't think we saw this since the beginning of the new year, and that is horrible. But it is what it is. 30.5 is my GKI. And so now you can see that I did celebrate a really good time with my wife for our anniversary, but it's nothing I'm proud about. So let's talk a little bit more about the GKI as we're here. If we look a little bit closer, you can see the GKI formula. Now, I take my readings in millimoles per liter, so I don't have to do this conversion where you take milligrams per deciliter and divide it by 18. My glucose and my ketones are millimoles per liter. And let's look even a little bit closer at these numbers. What does it mean? Now, I think I've told you guys before that my goal is to be 3 and below. Currently, I'm not in ketosis, which is it's actually quite a shame that I'm not in ketosis right now. So 9 or greater, you're not in ketosis. But if you're between 6 and 9, you're in a low level of ketosis, and that's good for weight loss if you're trying to lose weight. A lot of people do carnivore to lose weight. That's not my primary goal. If you're between 6 and 3, you're in a moderate level of ketosis. And those with type 2 diabetes, if you're obese, so heavy, if you are insulin resistant, or if you have metabolic or endocrine disorders, this is the perfect level for you. If you're looking for a therapeutic effect of being in ketosis. 3 to 1, which is the level that I want to be at, where I really need to be, you're in a high therapeutic level of ketosis. And this is the area that we use for people that have cancer, epilepsy, Alzheimer's disease, Parkinson's disease, traumatic brain injury, and chronic inflammatory diseases. Now, a lot of those chronic inflammatory diseases could be something as simple as arthritis, which is the reason why when you reduce your inflammation, you don't have the pain anymore. And carnivore is excellent for that. Now, there are testimonies all over the place with cures or positive responses of these ailments, and even cures, especially of type 2 diabetes. We've seen people reverse their, type 2 diabetes all the time. So this is something that is happening. So Let's look at a video that I today's weight was my toes. Since I was a kid, they looked all like that. My daughter, when she was young and she saw my toes, she says, "Owie, owie," and yes, it used to hurt. There's a loud noise. Oh no, that was the I didn't turn off the video sound for the weigh in. So when I was weighing in, I didn't turn that off. I'll remember next time. All right. So my weight for someone my height should be I'm 5'9", but I'm really 179 centimeters or centimeters, but it's really strange. I know I'm not 5'10". So every time I look at these scales, I always freak out because I'm not 176. I'm 5'9", but I'm 179 centimeters. And I should be around 67 to 71 kilograms. I'm 88 point something. So I'm not in the obese. I am just overweight right now. My BMI is still high, but no longer in the obese level. And that's a good thing. So guys, that's the new format. We're going to run with that every day. I'm going to do the best I can. Look, I'm sick. I didn't even cough through this whole thing, which is great. I can't wait till we get offline so that I can get this sputum out of my chest. But look, I'm so happy that you've come and you spent time with me today. Hopefully the new format is going to work for you. And hopefully I get to see you tomorrow. If you like what you saw today, please subscribe. If this is your first time here, if it's not, I want to say welcome back. And it's good to see you, and it's good to be seen. Listen, please tell someone that there's a guy like me doing a thing like this. I look forward to seeing you next time. Until then, God bless you, and God bless your family. Bye for now.
Forget to tell.